One of guests' favorite features of the Walt Disney World Resort is that you can go to anywhere in that resort and there'll be a transportation opportunity available to you for free. And it has been that way for decades. You would say since the beginning. There was an ad campaign that said, "It's all on us." Well, it may not be on us very much longer. It looks like the test a few weeks back may be just a plan of what's to come. Disney Springs Resort bus verification expected to become permanent at Walt Disney World. It looks like you have to be staying at a resort or have a reservation or have an activity that you're paying for in order to use any of the Disney Springs Resort buses. Y'all, this has been a staple of the parks for a very long time. What's it going to be like when you have to show some form of identification and verification before you get on one of those amazing Disney Springs or Walt Disney World buses?
I'm just trying to figure out and understand what Disney is trying to do here, just as a whole in the company. I mean, my understanding, the attendance hasn't been anywhere near what it used to be prior to the pandemic. They're hiking prices, they're stripping this, that, and the other. They're monetizing on nickel and diming everyone to death. And now this. But don't you want your guests to go to your resorts to spend money on food and merch because they have merchandise that's specifically themed to the resort? That's why we like to go resort hopping.
That's very true. Actually, they do sell even like toy versions of the transportation there at Disney. Let's read a little bit of the article, and then I would love to get MJ's comments on this. The move follows a successful test during the Easter period where cast members scanned magic bands at the Disney Spring bus loop to confirm guests had a valid resort stay, dining reservation, or recreation activity before boarding. I've heard some rumors that they're not doing more magic bands in the future. Like that might be something that they just hold on to as a legacy item, but they're not pushing for more magic band stuff. I think that this makes magic bands almost essential if you actually need it to get on transportation. Our sources tell us, and that would be WDW Magic sources, that the Easter trial was considered a success with the verification process helping to free up capacity on the transportation system. It also addressed a longstanding issue of guests parking at Disney Springs and using Disney bus transportation to reach the theme parks, bypassing parking fees at the parks. Do you think that's really going to stop people here, or is that worth the trade-off here? MJ, is that something that you think that is going to be more likely to bring people in, or is it going to be another instance of Disney nickel and diming guests?
I don't see it as nickel and diming. I see it as control, traffic control, because the resorts, in my opinion, are for paying guests. I understand that people do enjoy going around, and resort hopping is a thing. It's been a very big tradition for many years because it's fun. You get to try different snacks and tasty treats, and like Erika was saying, merchandise. You actually could even, like at the Riviera, you can get the ears, the Skyliner ears. Those are pretty popular. They're not anywhere else on property. But I like the fact that they're doing this because it almost makes the resorts exclusive to the guests that are paying to stay there. They can get a little bit busier, especially not so much the value, but like the moderate and the deluxe. When you're staying there, you don't want to be swarmed by a bunch of people that are not even on property, right? You want to kind of like keep the traffic down, in my opinion. I happen to be a fanatic of staying on property. I rarely go to Walt Disney World and not stay on property. It just, for my accommodation, it works best for us as a family. And you know what, to be honest, you can get some pretty good deals staying on property. A lot of people have this thing where they feel like they can't afford it. You can. There's very good deals out there. You just have to go at the right time and plan your trip ahead of time. And that's why they have value, moderate, deluxe. So you go according to your budget or save up. If it means a lot to you, save up, right, for like a year or so, and get a really good travel agent, or just know how to plan your trip properly. But for the buses leaving Disney Springs to go to the resorts, I appreciate that, because Disney Springs, as you all know, anyone and everyone can go there, and the parking is free. And I kind of like this. That's just me.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now, looking at the requirements here, it says to board the resort hotel buses from Disney Springs, you'll need either an active Walt Disney World Resort Hotel reservation, a confirmed dining reservation that's at a resort hotel, or a confirmed recreation activity such as a boat cruise. It says it's going to start before the July 4th holiday week and is going to become permanent. Now, last year and in the year before, there weren't many people at Walt Disney World Resort, or sorry, inside the parks on July 4th. We were actually kind of surprised by that. Ron, were you there July 4th last year?
No, the last time I was at the park on July 4th, I think was 2023, which was, but I went to Animal Kingdom and it was dead. I mean, like literally everything was walk on. Again, I was at Animal Kingdom. But my understanding from what I have seen other people post about and everything the last couple of years, people flood the Magic Kingdom around 7 p.m., but during the day it's like dead. But people have gone there to see the fireworks. And then friends of mine said last July 4th. Now, I got to say, it's got to change this year for the 250th, but last July 4th, the fireworks were shorter. So I think look, I've been to the parks recently. Magic Kingdom has tons of, the red, white, and blue bunting up everywhere. They look this year like they're in line with, they have more patriotic gear in the stores than things with rainbows on them right now, which is highly unusual.
Right.
As far as
there's usually different flags going in June at Walt Disney World. So the thing that I'm thinking about here is, if this is only for bus transportation, and I guess I don't know how the test originally worked, if it was something outside of the bus that had to be scanned, or if people literally have to get onto the bus before they get scanned. I can imagine there'd be a lot of confusion there. Right now, there is the monorail loop that goes around, basically around the lake there. Is that Seven Seas Lagoon? Bay Lake is on the other side of the loop, right? Yeah. And Seven Seas Lagoon is inside the loop. It seems like that doesn't require any verification whatsoever. So if someone were to, I guess you couldn't park at one of the resorts, but you could be dropped off at one of the resorts and walk in. You just need to secure transportation elsewhere. I don't know. This just feels like it's another instance where Disney is taking away something that used to be free and now replacing it with something that you need to have a cost consideration for whatever it is. I understand why they do it, and the revenues per capita at the park are going up, but it also is a sign that they're really moving away from that Walt era of doing spontaneous trips to Disney. Like, it seems like everything you do, even if you are planning on starting your day at Disney Springs, maybe you want to do breakfast at what is the name of that one with the apostrophe in it? Home cooking?
Homecoming?
Homecoming, that's it.
Yeah.
And then
Home cooking, it sounds good though.
It does. It's almost like home. It sounds fantastic. It seems like biscuits and gravy. Looks like they got fresh squeezed Florida orange juice and all the wonderful things there to start your day there, and then go to the parks and maybe end at Disney Springs. I don't know. It seems like that's the kind of thing you should be able to do. I think if you have a park ticket, you should also be allowed to use this. I don't know. I don't know if this is the kind of thing that if everyone says no, Disney's going to bring it back. It didn't seem to work with Magical Express. We'll have to see.
I just wanted to let everyone know that there is ways around this.
Yeah.
I can spend like 2 hours or more talking about how you can maneuver around. It's just Disney Springs that they're doing it from, but
I've never gotten on a bus from Disney Springs.
I was just going to say that.
I have gotten on the friendship boats over to Port
Mhm.
Orleans.
Mhm.
And I don't know if it's going to change for the friendship boats, because it's kind of a nice thing to be able to go over. Like, let's say that you just want some beignets
Right.
and
Mhm.
you're at Disney Springs. You're like,
Yeah.
hey, let's go to Port Orleans, French Quarter,
Yep.
stop off there, grab the beignets, and you can go right back.
And you can mobile order that. So if the boat captain needs to see something, just mobile order it and show them your phone and you're good to go.
I
There's
don't
so
think the boat
many ways.
captain's a check. Yeah.
There's so many ways around it. We have the Skyliners, and Jonas, you already mentioned the monorail loop. So just
could technically
don't take a bus from Disney Springs.
Yep.
It's
a nightmare putting a stroller on a bus anyhow, you know?
I wonder how, what are they? I mean, you can do it from the Disney Springs bus loop specifically, but imagine all the resorts, like, because it's not difficult for people to go, oh, hey, I can walk over to Saratoga Springs and catch a
Exactly.
bus. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's right
And I'm
there.
not,
It's right there.
anybody can figure that out. That's not a hidden secret or anything. It's a pretty obvious thing. So it's kind of surprising to me that they're even, like, my biggest thing about this was it a problem? Were there like a ton of people going on the buses from Disney Springs? I'm saying
That's
this because
my thing.
I'm a local and I've never done it.
I think it's the
taken a bus out of
complaints
Disney
from the
Springs.
deluxe resorts. The guests from the deluxe resorts are complaining about other people being in the property that probably aren't staying overnight. If you catch my drift, I don't want to get into it too deep. I think that's where the complaint's coming from.
Yeah. Well, either way, if you're a pass holder and you're wanting to go from Disney Springs onto the transportation there, you're going to have to find another way to pass.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media account.